Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 18th, right? Yeah, 18th of August 2020. Welcome to video number 235. I want to talk about assertiveness today because especially in today's day of age, I think we miss the point, and that's why we've got so many issues and so many guys and as a consequence so many girls as well. We have issues with not only achieving what we want, but as well with making relationships that last and that make sense, and the relationship that are supportive for us each other being in the relationship. Listen, I don't want to bash whatever's happening today because it's not really my role. I'm myself I'm a people person, so I'm really easy to spend time with, and I'm completely pro being inclusive, completely pro being nice to each other. But because we don't teach the other side of the opposite side of the coin, we are going overboard into one extreme without having something to rebalance it. And you see, manhood is directly connected to that. And to be precise, you'll never feel like a man, and you'll never feel that you achieved some level of manhood that you really want to have and want to kind of bring to the table of your relationship if you don't have assertiveness. And you don't have to be, the alpha male, but you have to be assertive enough to make this thing bring a positive impact on your relationship and on yourself. So the first thing that I want to kind of look at is how it's going to impact you. Because, I met so many people who are having issues with being assertive in, starting from very simple things like, in kind of relationship, they are afraid to say what they think, they're afraid to say what they want, they're afraid of whatever might put them in a position that they stand out of the crowd. And then might go to the point that they are basically abused by other people, but still because they're afraid to be assertive to in at least like self defense level, they're gonna take this abuse and they're never gonna do anything about it. So that's why you as a person, you have to be assertive for your own sake. There'll be so many people that'll try to abuse you, and they're, we're living in a world, if you've got your eyes open at least to like a minimal degree, you'll see that many things are, the stack is this whole stack is basically stacked against you. And many times it's just because it is ish. But if you live long enough and work with people and see other, how businesses are run and how companies are run and this kind of thing, you'll start to see that basically being nice doesn't pay out really. Because the more someone is able to scream, the more someone is able to be to attack others, they'll get the most. Because just how it is. That's why you've got so many people who are, not really qualified to be on the positions that they have, but because they know how to sell themselves and how to kind of take it because they want it, that's why they are there. So that's why for you as a person, even in your own like a micro scale, you want to have some assertiveness to be able to reach for things that you want in your life. Whether that'll be something small for yourself, or like life changing, and I don't know, something about career or something that you want to being like a mission of your life that you want to do until the moment you die, you will have to be assertive to keep those people who want to abuse you or take something from you or compete with you. You have to be assertive enough to stop them, and then pursue and grab the things that no one's going to give you unless you reach for it. There's no future for you if you're not assertive. That's that simple. And then point number 2, because every of my videos is basically to help you kind of navigate in the context of your own relationship and in your family. Then you've got to ask yourself, how lack of assertiveness or you being assertive will have impact on you in context of your relationship and your family. And you've got to understand that if you feel that you're not assertive enough, they know it to the degree that you don't even understand. Because it's hard to kind of draw conclusions from your own life. If you just go through life and you try to, especially for us guys, we try to paint this whole picture in much brighter colors than they really are. But your girl, she's much more intuitive. She sees you as you are. She knows you probably more than you do, because most of the cases you don't care about many details of your life, but she sees you. She knows how you act. And the way you act, the way you live, it's gonna have direct impact on how she sees you and how much she can count on you on being assertive enough to make some things happen. Because there'll be tons and plenty of situations that she'll need you to be able to play that role. Especially if you're in more traditional relationships, which, let's say it straight, it's majority still. But it puts you in a position that she counts on you. She wants to count on you. She needs you or wants you to play this role, that she'll be able to count on you, that you'll deal with this thing when she'll say that's too much for me. And as I always say, it'll put you in a position that you'll be able to deal with it, and then it's gonna make you feel great, because that's what manhood is basically. Deliver when she can't or she doesn't want to play this role, and you're there. Just step up, you do the thing, and you feel great. So the same with your kids. What do they see? What kind of fatherhood are you bringing to the table of your family if you're not decisive, if you're not assertive? Because that'll be the direct impact on your behavior. If you're not assertive, you're not going to be decisive. So then whatever decision needs to be made in your home, you're not going to make it because you're going to be afraid. You're going to find your own excuse. So then your girl sees that your kids, they're going to live with this, and years from now they're going to say, yeah, my dad was great, but he was not flagship of manhood. I couldn't count on him because he needed everyone to help him. He couldn't deal with so many things because he was so afraid. With simple things, we'll have to do it for him or help him with it because he had no guts to do it for himself. So he wasn't really a role model for that. You really want to hear that about you? So then, if you have assertiveness in your personal life, you're able to reach things and act and achieve things that you want to achieve for yourself. Then if you are assertive enough, then you're able to be this role model for your girl, your model for your kids, and then someone who's able to lead home somewhere. And then point number 3, what is the long-term impact on both of you if you have this or you don't? In a long run, kind of try to imagine where will you be in this completely 2 different ways. If you never work on your assertiveness, if you're completely passive in whatever happens in your life, how's that gonna look like in 30 years? And how it's gonna differ when you work on your assertiveness, and even if you're not really assertive as a person, you're going to work on it until you're able to grab the things that you want, be able to say no, be able to say what you want in your life, in your wife's life, in your kid's life. That's why, for me, assertiveness is like one of the major things or major subjects that you have to talk about when we talk about manhood. If you want to feel like a guy, if you want to feel like a man, that's the thing that you have to work on, because it will have direct impact on you, on your career, your life, your mission, your girl, your kids, and whatever's in front of you. Because you'll have to deal with so many things. You have to be assertive to deal with them. So this is what I want you to take from this video. There's your past, basically, your present and your future was and will be based on your ability to be assertive or not. Because your success level, your respect level that you have, and your satisfaction level is based on how much you are able to reach for things that you want, and how much you're able to deal with things that need to be dealt with for you, and your family. So that's why you want to make a huge, like a milestone, or like a quantum leap towards being successful, being respected, and being satisfied where you are. Work on your assertiveness. Think about it and do something about it. Because whether you like it or not, you'll have to do this homework for yourself. So that's why release yourself from this leash. Allow yourself to make up your mind and reach for what you want. That'll change your life. If you like this video, like, share, comment. If you didn't, comment as well. Tell me what you think and what you have experienced in your life. And then if there's anything you want me to talk about, just give me a shout and I'll be glad to do it for you. And that being said, see you tomorrow.